All right. Now, another very close friend of mine that I've known forever and ever and ever and ever. Uh, no, Frank, you're a lot younger than me, so it doesn't make any difference. Frank Zachor, Mr. Frank, what's up, man? Got to unmute. Got to unmute.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. I had to stay muted so I didn't interfere with the previous
Oh,
person.
it's fine. You're very good, brother. Sure appreciate it, and thank
And
you.
I'm not that old.
Yeah, I know you're not. See, I was called Father Time the other day, and so that's fine. It's okay. Everybody needs to know that this is platinum blonde, though. This is not white. So
Yeah, I got a few jokes about platinum blondes.
and I've hit every one of them. All right, everybody. This is my brother Frank, and he is going to give us his word on this subject.
Okay, I'd like to start off with with a certain preface because this is not just about our love of God. This is also about our love of country. I had a teacher way back in the day, Mark, civics teacher. His name was Mr. Outlaw, and he, for better or worse, instilled in me when you try to make a law, be careful about what you do. He gave us a short quiz on, he gave us three different laws, and each law by itself seemed, innocuous, harmless, until you started reading them together and you go, oh, wait a second, that allows people to do this, and that allows people to do this, and it opened my eyes to what happens in the quote unquote sausage making in Washington, D.C. So that's where I'd like to start with this proposed law. The summary, which is what most people will read, is, oh, it's just so we don't discriminate and we don't do this, and everybody has a fair shake, and everybody has this, and everybody has that. But if you actually look at the text of the law, it's an abomination. It would it would tie the tongue of anybody who speaks out against the law or against individuals who are, I don't even know what the full letter spectrum is now, LGBTQQ ad infinitum. Um, there are not, as you just said, 71 sexes. There are two made by DNA, which is what God made us out of. It's, you can have a very emotional, very tragic upbringing. You can, heaven forbid that any child should ever be hurt. But children go through these things, and it not under my control, not under your control. It's the person who is caring for them that is not caring for them properly. They go through these trials, these tribulations, and they come out broken. And somebody gets a hold of them and says, well, actually, you're this, you're questioning, well, you're intersexed, no. There are medical cases where people actually have both sexes. Okay, that's very few. It's so few that if we let this law become, or excuse me, if we let this bill become law, that it would be literally the tail wagging the dog. It's not lawful, because this bill, if made law, would take away our freedom of speech, just as the previous person said. It would take away our freedom of expression. It would take away everything. In the name of fairness, it would take away my rights. That's not right. That is not correct in any way, shape, or form. It is, how do I want to put this? I don't want to offend people. And well, let me state something. I don't hate people, anybody. I don't care if they're gay, lesbian, queer, straight, questioning, and believe me, the list of names for these things is unbelievable. So I don't hate anybody. If somebody wants to go and do their thing, that's up to them. That's between them and God. I'm not pushing my religion on anybody. But this country was founded on principles. And one of those principles was freedom of speech. Freedom for me to espouse my ideas, my beliefs, without any worry about retribution. This law would take that freedom away. It would essentially mute or completely destroy the First Amendment. Once the First Amendment's gone, everything else goes. Just like the Second. Once the Second Amendment is gone, everything else goes. And it is the adversary that is talking to these individuals who have been scarred, who have been broken, with sweet words. Oh, you're okay. You're just this. That's how you understand things. That's wrong. If they want to believe that, that's fine. But it's just wrong. It is the enemy. We have to stand against this bill. We already have legislation, laws that protect people from being discriminated against. The African American has fought so hard for freedom. Passing this bill, making it law, would take away their right to speak out. And this country has gone through some hellacious things because of it. I am, and Mark, you had that. Look at the Prager University. Here's the text. Here's the government website that actually has the full text of the bill. I got through about 3/4 of it, and I was like, wow, the things that they can do to us. On a more spiritual note, I believe what I believe. I won't come up to you and say, have you found God? Because if somebody really wants to know about God, they'll ask me. Now, I know that goes contrary to some people's belief about evangelism and everything else. But no. If they want to know, they will find us. If they want to know, they will ask us. That's all we can do, folks. As far as spiritual. Politically, we can stand up to this thing and we can defeat it. Call your congressman, call your senator, call the president. No, say no. It will take away our freedom. This country was based on freedoms. It was based on things that, we don't want a totalitarian government. As a previous speaker, and I apologize, I don't remember her name. As a previous speaker said, these are the acts of the adversary. It's because of ignorance. It's because of self-indulgence.
That's wrong.
Yes, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's I don't know what happened there. It, it's because of so many things that we're coming to the end when, in my opinion, folks, this is Frank's opinion from 2.5 opinions. It's we're coming to the great falling away. It's not just of faith in God. It's faith in each other. It's faith in what the text says. It's faith in what you believe. It's all coming to an end. You got to hold on tight. You got to fight. God didn't say, "Oh, just stand there and take it." No. No. God told us this is the way you live. Don't allow anybody to change that. Stay strong. That means fight. So I don't know what else to say other than read the text of the bill fully. Watch Prager University's video on it. Watch all the other things that are right there that Mark has sent out for information on what's going on. Don't let them take your freedoms away, because if they take your freedoms away, they will try to take God away. We can't let that happen. I know some people would say the inverse, but I'm just telling you what I know. So with that, Mark, I'm going to give you the last couple minutes to ask me some questions. I don't know if I have an answer, but
we're good. No, we're good. We're down to the last minute here anyway. And you had mentioned to go watch the links. All those links are on the website, messianiclandradio.com. Click on HR5 and you'll see everything. As a matter of fact, all of this will be archived. So Frank's little spiel there will be archived. Frank, I love you, brother, with a passion. Give us any contact information or anything. By the way, Frank is on the Lamb Network every Sabbath afternoon on 2.5 Opinions with Chris and Jesse Matthews, and that starts at about 6:30 Eastern time. But is there anything you want to share as far as contact? People want to talk to you.
Actually, anybody who wants to contact me can contact me through you, through Lamb Radio.
Amen.
And please, questions, comments. I don't care if it's an angry letter. Go ahead and give it to me. I'm man enough to take it.
Yeah, you don't receive no. Yeah, you don't get
that. Oh, I'm not wanted. Okay, fine, fine. Be that way.
All right. Thank you, Frank. You're the best.
You're welcome. Thanks.